Sue.
Okay, Wayne sort of referred to me earlier, and as a liaison to planning and zoning, I actually can't mention anything that went on in planning and zoning because this is a de novo hearing. However, Mr. Wilson quoted exactly what I would have quoted from the minutes, and that your concern did come up with planning and zoning, and they dealt with it and took a long time dealing with it, and then came around to this decision. So without sharing any, without breaching the de novo contract, that's all I can say.
Okay, Tom, did I see your hand up?
Yeah, I'm quite familiar with the area. I've shopped in that area quite a bit, and spent a lot of time on the creek with various cleanup activities, and I know that was discussed as one of the factors with the flood zone and so forth. I think that this rezone is a great transition opportunity between the motor business area that we have and the R3 zone that's behind it and around it, and I intend to support this rezone request. I think it's a good move.
Wayne?
Well, I'm not going to drag this out because I'm going to support it because I think it certainly is appropriate, but it's not transitioning. It's surrounded by R3 and motor business. There's not a transition there. That being said, I'm going to drop it, but it's not transitioning.
Other discussion? Dan?
I would make a motion that we, approve this rezone ordinance under suspension of the rules, requiring 3 complete and separate readings, and that it be read by title and published by summary.
And I'll second it.
I actually caught Walter's first.
Tim was
So
first.
Dan's motion, and I heard Walter here.
supposed to
Probably
prove he's
because he's
awake.
right in my ear.
That's fine.
All righty. And further discussion. Tim, would you like to speak about that for discussion?
You wanted a second.
I just was going to second the motion.
Okay.
No,
You're
That's why I
behind
wanted
the
to give you a
curve.
chance to talk some more.
No, I'm
No.
fine.
I don't have a dog in the fight. I'll rescind my second and let you do it. There you go. Or Wayne.
You've been
just wanna prove you're
away a
awake.
long time. You need to get your dog back in the fight.
So we have Dan's motion. We have Walter's second. Any further discussion before voting? Hearing none, we'll start the roll call vote with you, Dan.
Aye.
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 Okay, that motion carries. So that's ordinance number 2013-08, an ordinance of the City of Moscow, Idaho, a municipal corporation of Idaho, providing for the zoning of an approximately 1-acre parcel of land described in Section 1 of this ordinance, residential office, RO, providing that the provisions of this ordinance be deemed severable, providing for this ordinance to be in full force and effect from and after its passage, approval, and publication according to law. And you can do a recent statement as well?
No, ma'am, you finish, and I've got a question after the fact.
Okay, so there we have that. You have, go ahead, pose your question.
A question for Mike Ray, but if we need to go ahead and do the reason statement, we can do
was
that and
gonna
get this finished.
Will it affect your
No.
discussion of that? Okay. Council members, there is a reason statement of relevant criteria and standards and relevant facts and conclusions from the P and Z meeting dated February 27th, 2013.
I was just going to make a motion that we adopt that said reason statement as our reason statement.
I'll second that.
Yes. Okay, we have Tom's motion and Tim's second. Any discussion before voting?
I think we're a little
Hearing none, we'll start the roll call vote with you, Tim.
Aye.
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 And aye.
That motion carries as well. Walter?
Thank you, ma'am. Mike, if I may, after the rezone having been completed, you made a comment during your presentation that there's no curb gutter or sidewalk on the north side of this block of White Avenue.
Correct.
Is it possible that with the rezone, we might start to see some?
Most likely not. It's usually been the general practice of community development and engineering to require frontage improvements whenever there's a new principal structure erected on the property, not for additions to existing principal structures that are on the property. But that would certainly be a determination that engineering, public works would make at the time.
Thank you.
And tonight's vote was on the zoning and not on the development of the
Which
property,
is
so
why
I
I
think you'll
waited, which
probably.
is why I waited to ask the question.
Yeah, and I think we'll be hearing more. Yes, Bill?
If I may just clarify.
Please.
It's not necessarily the policy, it is the provision of the city code that requires that with the issuance of a building permit for a new principal structure, not for alterations or additions. So
Okay.
beyond just policy, it's in the code.
Not to be argumentative, but I can think of one particular instance where a existing property wished to put on a, I don't know if it's considered small or not, addition, and were required to do curb gutter sidewalk and a retaining wall, and decided not to do the work because of the cost of the aforementioned public improvements. We can talk about it later.
Yeah, and I'm not familiar with that project, so.
Thank you.